What it is, focus your homeboy first. Back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. I have an eventful episode 184 for y'all. Okay. So make sure you watch all segments and put it on something. Okay. I also want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas. Okay. I'm filming this right now on Christmas Eve. Okay. I'm trying my best to get done with work quickly so I can take my ass to sleep so I can get up and film my babies on Christmas morning as I always do. Okay. But I'm here working. I told y'all I am the hardest working man in all of business. Not just in show business, because I do more than just show business. So it's in all of business. It's your homeboy first, okay? But as always, y'all make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and put all your people on it. Okay. Also, make sure you stop over there with our sponsors, the King McNeil Collection. All right. Go to kingmcneil.com or download the app. Your first purchase on the app will get you 20% off. So make sure you fuck with King McNeil, okay, for all your things, fraternity and sorority, okay? And tell them first sent you. All right. But let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Y'all see the banner right there. I'm coming out the gates hitting it. Okay. Y'all see what the banner says. It says Amari Ward told me he's not the one lying. And that's a real statement. That's what happened. That's what the young king told me. Okay. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it right now. Okay. Y'all know if you fuck with me for real, and if you watch last week's episode, y'all know that I did a segment in which the title was former Jack State O-lineman Amari Ward allegedly lied about an offer from Deion Sanders in Colorado. Okay, and then on the thumbnail, I said somebody's lying. Okay. I stand by the title. I stand by the thumbnail. Okay. If you watch the segment, you know that basically I was saying that in this situation, it's clear that somebody is lying. Okay. Whether it was the young king, Mr. Ward, or whether it was Deion Sanders' camp. Okay. A lot of people didn't throw that piece in there like it couldn't be them. When we here in Jackson, we, in the Jackson area, should know it can definitely be prime in them camp. You know what I'm talking about? But I guess somehow the young king, Mr. Ward, came across that segment. Says he watched it. He sent it to me, okay, in the DM. And he said, and I will quote him on this one. He said, "I'm not a liar, never will be." Okay. Now, if you're thinking things got contentious between us, it didn't. Okay. Y'all got to remember now, I deal with young people all the time. Okay. I've been dealing with young people since 2008 professionally. Okay. Professionally, I've been dealing with young people since 2008. So I know how to handle young people, you know what I'm talking about. So it didn't get contentious or anything like that. The young king said that, and basically, I'm not gonna go through everything word for word for you. But I just let them know, I wasn't calling them a lie. Colorado did call them a lie. Whoever Zimmer, I want to say that Coach Zimmer called them a lie. I was just saying that obviously there's one truth and somebody's not telling it. Okay, so I offered the young king the opportunity to come on the show and let us know how they're lying on him. Okay, he didn't want to do that, but he did, once again state that he wasn't the one lying. Okay, so that's when I went into OG mode, and that's what we got to be mindful of when we're dealing with these students, okay? These student athletes. We got to be mindful that these are youngins and shit, whether they got parents in their lives or not. A lot of times, youngins be needing OGs to give them game. So I went into, game giving mode, what I'm talking about? And long story short, I told the young king what I've told y'all before. A lie that goes unchecked becomes the truth. Okay? A lie that goes unchecked becomes the truth. If there's a lie out there about you or about somebody you love or an institution you love, something like that, God damn it, you got to push back on that lie, because as long as that lie starts to fester out there and there ain't no real pushback against that motherfucker, people going to start to believe it. You feel me? And that's something that came to my mind, after Prime left Jack State and all these lies were being put out there about Jack State like that, what I'm talking about? And people like me were pushing back. Part of the reason I did that because the stuff was just festering. Ain't nobody pushing back hard for real, like from the institution. Of course, real ones were going hard on Twitter, and what I'm talking about. I know Ken and Zoe and TD, them kings were over there doing their thing, pushing back, and other platforms were doing their thing, pushing back. You feel me? But from the institution, a lot of motherfuckers wasn't pushing back. So that just got me to thinking in general about life. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of times these lies get out here and ain't nobody checking these motherfuckers for these lies. And then it becomes accepted truth. So, that's basically what I was getting at with the young king, just letting them know, hey, you might not come on my show and push back, but some way you got to push back. If you the one not lying, you need to push back forcefully and let it be known, that D4 lying on you. So the young king agreed with that and sent me a screenshot from Facebook, where he did push back. Okay. And I told him that's good. Matter of fact, I told him that's great that he did push back. Okay. So then I went into the next piece of free game I gave to him, and it was that it ain't what you know, is what you can prove. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you know, is what you can prove. And I forget where I got this shit from. I guess I got that from a movie or something. Might have been a Denzel movie. I don't know, but wherever I got that shit from, that's some real ass shit. Okay, that's some real ass shit. And so in this case, this young king is up against a media darling, a media behemoth, okay, and Deion Sanders. He's against a motherfucker who got Undisputed. The show with Skip Bayless and Michael Irvin and Keyshawn Johnson and Richard Sherman. And Prime got that show in his back pocket. Okay. While they were winning, in September, he had the whole goddamn station in his back pocket. He had FS1 on lock. Okay. He had Fox on lock. Okay. The motherfucker can get the motherfucker can get Stephen A. Smith on the phone whenever he wants. So that big megaphone, you know what I'm talking about? And all the other countless media outlets this man got, including his own gigantic social media presence. So if you're trying to fight back against that man right there and his camp, you got to have more than just the truth. You got to have some proof of the truth. You feel me? So that's when the young blood wanted to, have a talk with me for real. But I don't give out my number like that. You know what I'm talking about? But I set up, a video conference on this platform that I use right here, StreamYard. You know what I'm talking about? Not only do I use it, to film these segments for you guys, you know what I'm talking about, I also use it to do video conferences with, with people if I need to. You feel me? So I set that up, send it to the young king. We talked about 45 minutes. Real talk. We talked about 45 minutes. Good conversation. You know what I'm talking about? Respectful young man. He said, yes, sir, to me. No, sir, to me. You feel me? Now he was driving, so he was able to see me. I wasn't able to see him. He did uh show me himself so I would know that it's him. But for the damn near the entirety of the call, I was just hearing his audio and he was getting audio and visual for me. Okay. But again, it was a productive conversation. Okay. And I gained respect for the young man. Not saying that I didn't respect him because I didn't know the young king. Of course, when he was at Jack State, he didn't get on the field for us like that for real, for real. So I didn't really get a chance. Even in my coverage of the team, I didn't get a chance to like really know him like that. I hadn't seen him like when I go to basketball games. I didn't see him up in there, nothing like that. Okay, but from this conversation, I did gain respect for the young king, and the young king did send me some proof. He did send me some proof. Okay. Now, will this proof be good enough for some? I don't know. Because again, look at what we talking about now. This shit is almost on some cult figure type of shit. Like outside of some a pastor, you know how that shit go when you bring religion into it. So outside of like a religious leader, two folks, three folks that I've seen uh like the worship of these folks. Like, goddamn it, they can't do no wrong. Everything they say is gold, no matter what. Now, maybe I'll give you four. Donald Trump is number one. Donald Trump is number one, undoubtedly. Okay. Prime, Beyonce, and probably LeBron James. Like them people, I've seen people say some weird ass shit about them. Okay. Some weird shit. Y'all know some of these accounts be saying some weird ass shit about these folks. Okay, I've seen somebody say like they just happened to be in the same room with Beyonce, breathing the same air as her and shit like that. I've seen motherfuckers be on there, whatever Braun does, motherfuckers make up some excuses for him. Okay, I've seen motherfuckers with Prime. Y'all already know how that shit go. Y'all have seen this shit be wild, wild, wild. How they been on Prime, and then we did with Donald Trump. My God, the cult following that he has. These motherfuckers want to have a civil war behind this motherfucker. So it's been wild. It's been wild. So even though this young king has some proof, it still might not be enough. Okay. Because the young king did send me screenshots of some DMs uh that he has between him and Shiloh. Okay. Um I'm not gonna reveal uh the content within these DMs. I'll leave that up to Amari. If that young king so chooses to, I think that should be left up to him if he wants to reveal that to y'all. I just want y'all to know they do exist. Okay. The contents of what the young brother said he was offered a preferred walk on by Deion Sanders. I will say that. The young man says he was offered a preferred walk on. He says this is him talking that. He said he never told anybody that he was going out there on scholarship or anything like that. Okay. All right. And I haven't seen that. Now, if you have, let the other real ones know, but I haven't seen that, what I'm talking about. So he told me preferred walk on. And what I'm looking at right here, he told Shiloh straight up that he wasn't looking for a scholarship. I mean, I'm looking at shit right now. Okay. Said he was looking for a walk on. Okay. That's what I see here. And then there was some other dialogue. Now, he told me that There was a call through Instagram between he and Shiloh, and that Coach Prime was in the back. And that long story short, Coach Prime himself offered the preferred walk-on opportunity to him. Okay. Now I see here where the call went down. Okay. I can see that. I can also see that the young man gave his number to Shiloh. So maybe there was a call to his cellular device. Okay. I see that. What I don't have, what I haven't heard is that conversation. Okay. And of course, maybe the king didn't think it was no reason for him to record the call. He played for this coach. He got the picture of them hugging and everything like that. And I'm sure these kids idolize this man. You wouldn't think that, okay, I need to make sure I get proof of this shit, because I can't trust them. So you don't have that. So that's why I'm saying, even what I'm looking at right now might not be good enough to some. Okay. I also see that at one point, there comes a time where the messages stop and they're just one way, and he's not getting a reply anymore. Okay. I also see that after this shit hit the fan, that this young king did DM Deion Sanders. Now, I don't know if Deion Sanders got the message. Matter of fact, it says this account can't receive your message because they don't allow new message requests from everyone. Okay, so the message doesn't look like it went through to Deion Sanders. Okay, and there was a lengthy message, and basically the young man was telling Prime that these folks making it look like I'm lying out here, and can you clear this up? And of course, that didn't go through the Prime, but the young man took a screenshot of the message and sent that to Shiloh and asked him to show it to his daddy. Now, from what this looks like that might have gone through. I mean, the rest of the messages had been going through earlier in the year. So I don't know. But the young man does have that. Again, if he wants to release that shit, that's on the young king. I'm just letting you know, I've seen it. I've seen it. Okay. And for what I've seen, that this shit fucked up. Shit's fucked up, Jack. Okay. At any rate, I wish this young man well, because like I told him, he just needs one coach to believe in him. He just needs one coach to believe in him over Deion Sanders. Because right now, this whole situation makes this young king's character look questionable. You know what I'm talking about? And like I was telling them, shit, they already got their money. They already got their money. Whether Shiloh and Shador go on to the league or not, if they play the game right, you know what I'm talking about, they should be able to live off Pop's money and flip Pop's money into more money for themselves and for their families if they play the game right. Now, of course, them Kings want to go to the NFL and get their own money and all that kind of stuff. And they're already getting their own money through NIL as well. Okay. But I'm talking about lengthy money. Long term. You know what I'm talking about? They want to keep flipping the money. You feel me? But they good already. I'm like, Mr. Ward, he has to secure his future. You know what I'm talking about? Whether that be playing professional ball or not. Like I told you, you usually want to look for somebody to pay your goddamn pay for your school. So you don't have these motherfucking student loans like I got. Shit, I have an amazing credit score. So proud of where my credit score has come from, goddamn it. But it would be even better if I ain't had a goddamn student loan debt sitting there over my head. Shit. Okay. It would be even better. So I'm hoping he can get somebody to believe in him and give him give him a chance. You feel me? Uh, we did address his post about Jackson State. He reiterated to me that he was not trying to bash Jackson State or anything like that. You know, he says he loved, playing there and being a part of the team and running out in the vet, and being in Jackson. He said he loved that, what I'm talking about, but he just wanted that situation to be brought to light. Okay. And so that gave me an opportunity again, OG moment. They gave me an opportunity to kind of explain to him, why so many in our community, felt some type of way about that post because so many throughout the country, have been coming at us about shit, from Prime's daughter acting like somebody getting murked at that bitch every week. Uh, to all the, various slanderous shit that has been said about the university and Jackson as a whole, to me. I was like, our antennas kind of up right now by any of that kind of shit. So, people are just passionate about HBCUs and in particular, Jack State fans are extremely passionate about the universities, to me. So, that's all that was. But I was also able to give him some game as well on what he's facing with, motherfuckers from Colorado talking shit to him too. And you know what I'm talking about? And he told me about somebody said some really heinous, fucked up shit to him. Like I think on Instagram, he said he had somebody that he loves, who passed away. And I guess some motherfucker came up under it like, that's why this person is dead, because you're a liar. And I'm like, man, that's fucked up. But of course I know about it because some bitch ass motherfucker want to come up under my post on YouTube on a short that I did about my mama, leading up to her breast cancer surgery. And my point was like I know my mama's gonna beat it. And some evil motherfucker came up under that shit and said, no, she's not. And y'all know normally I don't read any comments other than the realest ones, to my the channel members. But on a post like that, y'all, I was looking for prayers. I was hoping for prayers, what I'm talking about. And I was getting a lot of that, especially on Instagram. Shout out to all the real ones who follow me on Instagram. Okay. We recently went over 40,000 followers over there. Okay. So appreciate all y'all who followed me over there. But, I really had prayer warriors, helping me through this whole ordeal with my mama and with my mother-in-law. But for every 10 prayer warriors, it seems like you got one that's just evil. And I was trying to explain that to the young king that when you're an athlete, you're an entertainer. Like you do your business, you perform your job in front of the public, and everybody in the public is not a good person. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to kind of, learn how to deal with it, all these people in this space. So that's just some of the game that I was giving them. But at the end of the day, I told him, look, you just gotta, based on what he showed me, and based on the 45-minute conversation I had with the young king, he should be able to take that, and especially if he's staying in shape and everything like that, and get that shit to somebody. I just, one coach give him a chance. One coach believes him over Prime in there. You know what I'm talking about? And, give him a try. Like I told him, that what happened with me. One person gave me a chance. I've told y'all before, after graduating #1 in my class at Southern Miss, nobody would hire me in the field of psychology because 3 weeks before I graduated, some bitch ass cop attacked me and I defended myself. And that motherfucker wanted to goddamn press charges on me. Take me to jail and act like I hit him first instead of the other way around. Okay. And of course, while I, maintained my innocence and still maintain my goddamn innocence. Y'all know how that shit go. Black boy, white cop, Mississippi. So employers didn't want to believe me that, yeah, I got convicted of misdemeanor assault, but I was fucking innocent. They didn't want to hear that shit. Okay. But I had one black woman, okay, who was a principal at a little bit of school called Holy Child Jesus School in my hometown. Same goddamn school I went to as a little boy. Okay. Her name is Dr. Felicia Jackson. Okay. And Dr. Jackson gave me a chance, okay, in part because my mama taught her. You feel me? And my mama is one of her favorite teachers. You understand? And she was looking for PE teacher and a coach. And I was just trying to go up in that bitch and be a sub. Okay. I had just got married. I got married in June and the goddamn it is August. And I need a motherfucking job. You understand? We living with my mama and I'm unemployed. My wife going to work at the time. You feel me? I needed a job. You feel me? And she hired me, gave me a chance. And I fell in love with the students. You understand? And that's when I went to the illustrious Jackson State University, okay, and took advantage of the Teach Delta Region program, which a lot of people know it as the alternate route program that they had there. All right, and I got my certification to teach, and the rest, my friends, is history. You feel me? So that's why I was telling this young king that shit. If that woman doesn't give me a chance, I don't go on to having the decade of success in the classroom and in athletics that I did. And if I don't do that, I don't go on into this world of business like I've been able to. But one person believed in me, one person gave me a chance. One person believed me over that racist ass piece of shit police. Okay. So that's all this young king needs is one coach to believe in him over the prime machine. You feel me? And I wish him luck with that. And if this shit, man, is all the way like this young king is saying, and Deion Sanders camp out there, he says that maybe Coach Zimmer wasn't privy to the conversation because he wasn't on the call or anything like that. But this king is clearly reached out to them now and tried to get them to clear that up. If they don't come out and clear this shit up for this young man and just leave this man out here hanging like this, or don't try to contact another coach somewhere in the country to help that man get on, man, that's some more fucked up ass shit then that Prime and them done done. But I hope that's not the case. I hope he rights this wrong, uses his many contacts, get this young man on, okay? And so everybody can put all this shit behind them. But that was my experience, y'all. Okay. I talked to the young man himself and it was productive. All right. So, like I've said before, sometimes we OGs got to really be OGs. Don't just be older than these youngins. Really pour into these youngins, really get these youngins some game, to my really try to hit these youngins out. You feel me? And try to help guide them down the right path. Try to be the person that you wish you had when you were their age. You feel me? Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.